As the sun rises over the horizon, casting a mesmerising glow on the misty landscape, our family embarks on yet another day filled with determination, resilience and creativity. But first we need to have some breakfast to get the energy to do what we need to do today. Temperatures might be below zero, but our energy and enthusiasm is still high. We're continuing to build our outhouse from scratch, and we're relying on recycled and donated materials mostly to minimise our environmental footprint. A warm cup of tea by the fire before we start. So this is where our outhouse is up to at the moment. With every nail hammered and every plank put in place, our family showcases the power of togetherness and the joy of creating something truly special together. We've been documenting this entire process over the last 6 months or more, so if you've missed the earlier videos, go back and check them out if you feel like it. And we've been sharing all of our off-grid adventures as well. Having an outhouse or a bathroom is an essential addition to your off-grid property. One crucial feature for our off-grid outhouse is self-sufficiency, so we're hoping to install a separate rainwater collection system for the outhouse to provide water for hand washing and showering. So Paul's just screwing down the bottom plate for this wall frame here. The top and bottom plate of the wall frame are what the studs get attached to, and then the dwangs and noggins get attached to that. You heard me right. We're using a composting toilet, which is an eco-friendly alternative that doesn't require any water. It'll turn our waste into nutrient-rich compost for our garden. And if you want to see a video on us installing that, I'll put the link in here somewhere as well. You can't use this waste or this compost or soil in your herbs or your veggies, but you can use it on fruit trees. So traditional flush toilets typically use a significant amount of water with each flush. So even modern low flow toilets, while more efficient, still use around 6 litres per flush. So when you consider how many times a toilet is flushed daily in homes, businesses and public places, this water usage can add up quickly. Over the past 6 months, our families faced some challenges typical of any DIY project. Adverse weather conditions sometimes halts our progress, but I actually love a rainy day, so I view it as an opportunity to further connect with nature and appreciate its rhythms. So now the guys are adding the studs to the wall frame. At least we can say that everything from the foundation to the walls and the roof, every aspect of our outhouse was built with love and attention to detail. So if you're new here, hello and welcome. We're an off-grid family in Australia learning how to harness the power of the sun, cherish every drop of rain, and we're going to be learning to grow our own food. It's a simple life, but a life that's filled with gratitude for the blessings nature provides. From breathtaking sunrises to starlit nights, we find joy in the little things that city dwellers often don't get to enjoy. We spend our days exploring our wilderness out here and fostering a deep sense of connection with the land we call home. We have 2 teenage sons, Nathaniel and Eli, and they're the complete opposites in every way imaginable. Nathaniel is the youngest of the 2, and he's very sporty and extroverted and thrives on attention, while Eli is quiet, reserved, and more intellectual. So after fighting the big fire, Nathaniel considered becoming a firefighter when he's finished school, so that'll be interesting to see what he turns out to do. At least Paul's taught him a lot of building skills, which are always good skills to have. So Nathaniel's just screwing in the dwangs or noggins. I thought that was a joke when I first heard that that's what they were called, but it's a traditional Scottish and Northern English term, which is also used in New Zealand, I think. and it's used to describe these horizontal and vertical timber elements that reinforce the wall frame structure. It basically just provides some additional strength and stability to the wall. So Paul's been yelling out the measurements and I've just been cutting up the pieces for them with the saw. They should fit snugly and be flush with the outer edges of the studs. You can use nails or screws to secure them to the studs, making sure they're firmly fixed. So I've been learning how to use the drill as a screwdriver as well. It can be a convenient way to drive in screws to the wood, and basically you just have to make sure you've got the right screwdriver bit. It's got to match the screw head that you'll be using. So there's different types like Phillips, flathead, and that sort of thing. And Paul was saying not to push too hard until your screw has gained traction, and then you can push harder on the drill and then just make sure it goes in all the way, so don't stop halfway. And as usual, you should always wear appropriate safety gear such as safety glasses when using power tools.
Looking at your bald spot up there.
Time for some lunch. So this section of the back wall of the shower has now been completed. Yay! And so this is the back of the toilet wall. So we've got the insulation and the corrugated iron over the top, and we've put the window in there. So we're doing well, making progress. And these are our shower buckets. Paul's just putting some holes through this wood here so that we can dangle a light bulb that will connect to the solar powered battery in the toilet area. His first attempt to drill a hole here is where there's a screw coming down from the top of the iron into the board there, so he had to do a new one. So second attempt. Everyone heard this really loud noise, and so we rushed outside and saw flying really low, something like an F-11 fighter jet was flying in the valley just above us. What was it? And this video was actually taken a couple of days before our big bushfire, so that's why you see there's still grass there and it's not black. So privacy is important when it comes to an outhouse, even out here in the middle of nowhere. We've made sure that we've added sturdy walls, and we've now got a door so that can give you peace of mind during your nature retreats. The door was donated to us by a friend as well. We've also added some steps and a little landing now, so it's taking shape. So at least we can use the toilet and the shower now with a little more comfort. I could probably say that we're about 3/4 of the way through this construction of this outhouse, and I'm starting to feel a real sense of pride and accomplishment. And I can already envision the moments that I'll cherish in this serene space. So that's all we could get done for today, so it's time for some dinner. So the next wall, the back wall of the shower, Paul actually worked on this one by himself because we were all busy off doing other things that day. So Paul has basically worked on this second back wall all day. So thanks very much for coming along on our journey with us. We do really appreciate you being here with us. So until next time, remember to cherish the little things and live with a grateful heart. Chat to you in the next video.